Hello class. Today I'm doing an interview with a homosexual on some questions. What would you say? Queer?
Queer. Because I'm not just attracted to one gender.
Hello class. Today for my debate group, for our visual aid, I will be interviewing my friend here who is queer. You have a boyfriend, do you not?
Yes.
What's his name? I have a few questions here that I would like to ask you and get your opinion on as a member of the homosexual community. This is an argument that is being made as a reason why gay marriage should not be legal. It says that people should not have their tax dollars used to support something that they find wrong. Gay marriage would entitle gay couples to typical marriage benefits, including the cat's with a tripod. Where was I?
Probably should set that again so you can cut around it.
Yeah, okay. People should not have their tax dollars used to support something that they find wrong. Gay marriage would entitle gay couples to typical marriage benefits, including claiming a tax exemption for a spouse, receiving Social Security payments from a deceased spouse, and coverage by a spouse's health insurance policy. On December 17, 2009, the Congressional Budget Office estimated that the cost of the federal government of extending employment benefits to same-sex domestic partners of certain federal employees, making no mention of the additional costs such as Social Security and the inheritance taxes, would be approximately $596 million in mandatory spending and $302 million in discretionary spending. What do you have to say about that?
So the argument is that your tax dollars should not go towards something that you don't agree with.
Right, that's correct.
Well, that's bullshit. I mean, you're right. Your tax dollars shouldn't go to things that you don't want, but everyone's tax dollars go to something they don't like.
Such as?
War, for most, a lot of people.
It's a very valid point.
Or social programs. Some people don't like social programs and entitlements until it's time for them to collect, and then they think they should be there.
Okay.
So I don't really see that as a valid argument. I mean, there's something everyone's going to dislike that their tax dollars are going towards. So that's kind of silly. It would cost how many dollars?
Let's see here. It would cost $596 million in mandatory spending and $302 million in discretionary spending between 2010 and 2019.
About $900 million between 2012 and 2019 in the federal budget.
Mm-hmm.
That's not an argument.
Because
that's a drop in the bloody bucket, and that's nothing.
Question number 2. The argument is that, for question number 2, that gay marriage will accelerate the assimilation of gays into mainstream heterosexual culture. The gay community has created its own vibrant culture. By reducing the gap of opportunities and experiences between gay and heterosexual people, this unique culture may cease to exist. As M.V. Lee Bagdett summarizes, marriage means adopting heterosexual forms of family and giving up distinctively gay family forms and perhaps even gay and lesbian culture. Thoughts?
So that argument sounds like it's coming from people inside the LGBTQIA community that are against the idea of marriage because it's normal. There's a lot, and so that has a valid argument. People don't want to lose the specific identity of their particular group. There are a lot of other minority groups or other groups that have been marginalized and things like that have developed their own identity as a reaction towards whatever the main group was. Mm-hmm. And then once they become more accepted and they move in, they might lose some of those things. So that's the thing.
That can sort of lead me into question number 3 or 4 or whatever the we're on. The institution of marriage is sexist and oppressive. It should not be expanded, but it should be weakened. Paula Edelbrick, another other random sources, professor of law and women's studies, wrote in 1989, marriage runs contrary to 2 of the primary goals of lesbian and gay movement, the affirmation of gay identity and culture and the validation of many forms of relationships. The leaders of the Gay Liberation Front in New York said in July 1969, "We expose the institution of marriage as one of the most insidious and basic sustainers of the system. The family is the microcosmos. Yes, of oppression." But you know that word.
I do agree that marriage has been a traditional way of being very, very, very sexist, it was an agreement. The woman didn't have a choice in the matter. She was being sold, basically bartered, and that was a long time ago, not necessarily so long ago in some places, or instances today probably, and so that is bullshit. Like that, I don't agree. I kind of don't agree with the institution of marriage in general. For that.
So you would believe that it's a lesser evil to stay with a somewhat sexist institution than just to ban it outright?
No way. No, I don't think that at all. I think it would be a lovely idea to have different options. One of the major points of the of marriage equality is for the people that wish to do that. It's a social symbol of being equal. It is. It's a pretty basic thing. Like, it is second-class citizenship to not be able to get married.
What are your thoughts on, I don't know which camera to look at. What are your thoughts on including religion in living a queer lifestyle?
That's up to the people that believe in religion.
All right.
America, 2013.
Marriage should not be extended to same-sex couples because homosexual relations have nothing to do with procreation. Allowing gay marriage would only further the shift of the purpose of marriage from producing and raising children to adult gratification.
I think biology proves that marriage has very little to do with procreation outside of social stigmas that are not always incredibly followed well. So that's a bullshit idealized statement to say that you can't get married because married means that you can have sex so that you can have babies, and since you're not popping out babies, that means you can't get married. No, that's bullshit. Because there are a lot of people that are married that don't have sex. There are a lot of people that have sex and aren't married. And also, getting married isn't just for procreation. You don't get a license to one out. You get financial benefits, you get social benefits, you get to be by your partner's deathbed, you get to get inheritance or become their power of attorney or whatever, and that should be any right between humans that choose that intimacy.
Do you find me attractive?
No. That attracted to you. That means that I drank too much in college. It was just a phase, Kirby.
Might actually make the reel if it's funny enough. No. What am I thinking? Okay.